But I did have a wonderful conversation with the Juggalo.
All right. Local, or did they bring in the Juggalos from out of town?
No, he was a Juggalo from out of town, and he's been to 11 Gathering of the Juggalos, which I've always wanted to go to.
Absolutely.
So I'm like 11, and then he started telling really gnarly stories about it. I was like, oh my God.
Anything that you could share?
Yeah, so he was in a pond. There's like this really gross lake. It's like a pond where they're all swimming. And because there were so many people in it and it wasn't that big, a lot of fish died and floated to the surface because they weren't getting enough air.
Okay.
And so they all started throwing the fish at each other.
Oh, boy. Gross.
That was one of the ones. And then the other one was this juggalette contest where this girl literally sat on a Faygo bottle and took it up her pussy, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. But she's okay. Nothing happened. I'm like, that's pretty gross.
As long as it's not glass, I think that you are medically allowed to do that. The problem is when the glass breaks.
There is glass Faygo, but the ones that the Juggalos use are plastic.
All right.
They specifically use the plastic ones, so.
All right.
Hopefully she's all right.
Are we ready to roll?
We're rolling.
I start talking like Jeff when I'm around, because you enunciate very much like this.
Gingerbread Man Down, Clean Up on Aisle Podcast.
You are listening to Clean Up on Aisle Podcast, the dirty truth about grocery stores. I'm your host, Jeff Harmetz, joined as always by your host, Adam Fligston. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Jeff. How you doing?
Oh, I am wonderful. You and I, well, let's introduce our guest and then we'll talk about what we all brought to the studio today.
All right.
So we are joined today in studio in Joshua Tree, California by Beth Allen, who, among other credits, the two things that I know about you is that you are the front person for two of my favorite high desert bands, the Hot Patooties and Alien Probe.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's really cool.
And if you have other projects you want to promote, you should promote them, but like, I am obsessed with both of your bands.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's really cool.
I try and see them as much as possible, and I've taken some people to some of the Alien Probe shows, and they consider that to be like a bit of a game-changing experience for them. So,
yeah, I think Alien Probe is an experience. It's hard to explain to people, too, that you explain it, and they're like, I don't know, you know. Yeah, it's funny, because I'm basically telling stories.
It was... I would love to try and describe Alien Probe. Adam, have you seen Alien Probe?
I don't think so, no.
So we're basically a psychedelic, theatrical, educational theater. Like, I dress in a spacesuit and a helmet and that lights up. And the entire band are aliens. We have saxophone, theremin, drums, bass, guitar. And we... try to get you to learn things. So I tell stories about some of the things out here, like Giant Rock and George Van Tassel and the Integratron, things like that.
You do sing. I know you sing in Hot Patooties, but when you're doing Alien Probe, when you are the persona of Space Chick, I would say that you are ranting at a high volume.
I'm ranting.
Yes. It's a fantastic rant, but it's loud and it's extreme, and it is definitely not singing.
I do sing, Jesus was an alien. That's the little bitty bit. Anyway, but enough about me. Let's talk about grocery stores.
Well, so we all brought some stuff to the studio today, and
we did.
Yeah, well, so Adam and I individually and separately went to our local Stater Brothers to get dinner and drinks for the show.
Oh,
I got a grocery store salad, the bag salad of. I was gonna get a Caesar salad, and the Caesar salad all looked whack as hell. All the romaine was brown, so I got like a type of salad that I didn't ever get before. It's like an avocado taco type of salad, and then I got a fried chicken breast, chopped it up, threw it in there. The salad I got was whack as hell. It was not I didn't like the salad dressing. Did y'all ever get the top ramen that had the corn in it ever, with the real nasty dehydrated corn?
Yes.
This salad kit came with that.
Do you poop those out? Probably.
Yeah.
Totally.
Straight through.
I already know, and I've never seen this stuff.
Yeah, they had that corn, but in the salad, and I'm like, it's not fresh. This is like dried, like nasty.
I'm wondering about the avocado in your avocado salad.
Well, it was avocado dressing and added a fresh avocado, but the whole thing was bad.
Was this made locally by Stater Brothers, or was this shipped in?
Shipped in from value pack or whatever.
This can be very processed tasting.
The cheese is always processed.
A weird flavor on the lettuce.
Yeah, I really did not enjoy the salad very much. I did bring in high noons, which since we've been doing these in-person recordings, I feel like high noon is like a inoffensive thing that you can bring in that most people will enjoy.
What's a high noon?
It's like it's this thing right here. Who's the white rapper that loves them?
Post Malone.
Post Malone loves these.
Oh, I call those. I call those slut juice, but not that brand necessarily.
What brand is particularly slut juice?
I can't name some of them.
White Claw?
Yes, that one. That one I call slut juice.
Have you seen sluts doing it, or does it make you personally sluttier?
It just reminds me of. I think it reminds me of wine coolers. But it's vodka, so it's a little more intense.
Yeah, but it's basically the same shit.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's fine.
Adam, you brought some Modelo's.
Yeah, special Christmas edition.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that they were red.
How is that?
It's okay. I don't know. It's maybe not as special tasting as the label would have you believe, but I wanted to try it.
What makes it Christmassy?
I don't know. There's some kind of spice in there.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, but basically nothing. The taste basically just tastes like a beer.
I always call Christmas beers. We used to. I worked for newspapers for many years, and we would do taste tests for Christmas time, and they reminded me of aftershave. There's something wrong with like drinking that.
Yeah, that kind of spice. Yeah.
Glad I brought my own.
Well, then you brought your own beer, which I didn't. I always want to say, oh, we have some drinks, and we're new to the podcast, and we're new to being hosts of the podcast, not just actually hosting the podcast, but hosting guests and like booking guests and things like that. And we should have said, is there a type of drink that we could get for you?
Oh.
Instead of assuming that like High Noon and some LaCroix in the refrigerator would cover it, and maybe even a weirdo Christmas beer. You brought your own beer, which I think is cool as hell.
I almost didn't, and I thought, I'll just drink what they have, but I would not like that. I would not like the Christmas beer, so I'm glad. I did bring my own Budweiser. Budweiser is nice and safe. It's just like drinking water.
Yeah.
It's like, eh.
And that's a Budweiser Heavy, not a Budweiser Light?
It's regular, yes.
Okay. No light beer.
But, no.
And I noticed that you did bring your own koozie.
Yes, I did.
Is it?
I thought this would be on camera, and maybe we shouldn't have brands.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to drink.
Well, you're branded with aliens.
I thought I would just advertise myself instead of advertising the beer.
Good.
Did you? So, Adam, I've known you for so long, and you have a delightful habit, and I've talked about this with a lot of people and on the radio show, where you will buy a 12er of usually Bud Light.
Bud Light is a safe beer. Yeah, I mean, I like Bud Heavy too.
Or maybe a 32 pack. I don't know what the pack is.
I get a lot.
And you kind of roll up to the party with a grocery bag with 6 Bud Lights in it.
Right.
Which I think is cool. Are you still doing that move?
Yeah, although your friend specifically kind of shamed me for it.
Which friend was that?
I will bleep it, but so I used to feel perfectly fine, but now when I do it, like I feel a little bit like, oh, people are judging me.
What did he judge you for?
He was just like, oh, nice. Oh, you brought a beer. It's kind of like poor sort of a thing, like
because of the brand or because of the bag.
You couldn't stop by the corner store and get a new 6-pack. You had to bring like a random loose bag of beer.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because you have your. I do the same thing you do.
Yeah.
Only, how long have you lived out here?
Not long at all.
So I started probably like you with a bag, and now I have a little insulated backpack that I put ice in, and I just take that with me everywhere because you never know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, please.
I know. But it got in me. It got in my head a little bit. I'll be honest with you. So when you bring it up, I'm like, I guess I do that, but am I proud of that? I don't know. Do I want to be known for that? Probably not.
I wouldn't say that you're the only person I've ever seen do that. Obviously, Beth, you do something similar.
Yes.
But yes, go ahead.
I'll say that one of the themes of this podcast that's emerged is that I like to bulk. I like to Costco. I like to get a lot of stuff. I like to put it somewhere and then slowly chip away at that over time. Jeff likes to go to the grocery store every day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm like you.
Yeah. So yeah, a 36-pack of beer. Like, yes, I'm going to buy it. It will over the next months. I will drink it.
That's a good point. I don't know. I don't know that I wouldn't buy a 6-pack. I always buy the big 18 or 24 or 32.
Yeah.
Were your parents like that? Mine were.
Yes, mine were.
Too.
Yes.
Were yours?
My parents are big bulk buyers.
Oh, so you're just the oddball.
Yeah, I grew up in Long Beach, and like my mom would go to the Lucky once a week, and my dad loved. It is now Costco, but it used to be called the Price Club.
Oh, yeah.
The Price Club
Price Club
in Signal Hill. That was our family outing. Like, we'd go from Signal Hill is a small city in the middle of Long Beach. Totally so it's an island of its own place in Long Beach. And at the top of Signal Hill was the gleaming bright Price Club. And we'd go, and I'd get the hot dog, and my dad would buy his big bulk stuff.
Did you enjoy it? You got samples and stuff?
Absolutely. What kid wouldn't love the samples?
Oh my God! Do you remember Sam's Club? It's the same thing, but it was a family outing. Why is that? We would all pack in the car and go to the big bulk. So my dad would see a sale. There was a Long's Drugs near our house, and I remember being with him, and there was a sale on toilet paper, and I was a teenager. And he had a box that was like 3 feet by 3. I mean, it was huge. And it was in the cart. And he was trying to balance it. And I remember being embarrassed.
Because of the toilet paper?
Because it was on sale. So he wanted to buy. Yeah. Because when you're a kid, it's like.
I don't want anybody to see me walking out of a store with toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm over that. But
really? Why?
Yeah, but it's still
even more so.
You don't want people to know that you use the bathroom.
Yes, I would prefer that they not see me carrying the toilet paper.
What if you had to buy? Have you ever had to buy hemorrhoid cream?
I have personally not had the pleasure.
Trying to think of other things that are where you're kind of embarrassed.
Pretty much I've said this before, anything at CVS or Rite Aid or whatever, Walgreens, I don't want anybody to see anything that I have. It doesn't matter. It could be the most innocuous thing. That's the place that just give me some privacy. I'm not,
I don't want to sound like a dick, but I'm about to sound a little bit like a dick.
It's funny.
And maybe you can relate to this, Beth, but I'm a bit of a locally known guy.
Right. So then you'll be like,
recognize me.
Jeff buying toilet paper.
Even
Jeff
goes
to the bathroom. Did you know?
That's like when Glenn Danzig from was seen with cat food. Glenn has cats.
And
what if he was seen with toilet paper?
Well, one time I even talked about this. I bought some.
That's funny as hell.
I bought some insoles one time at a local chain pharmacy.
Not insoles.
Well, so I put them in the boots and I walked down my driveway, and by the time I got to the end of my driveway, they broke. And I was furious. I'm like, these are brand new insoles. So I talked about it on the radio. I said, I'm returning insoles to a chain pharmacy in Yucca Valley. I threw out the package, so I have them in a Ziploc bag. They have been on my feet. I feel very weird about returning them. But they did not even make it down my driveway. They must be returned. They were like $12.
Yeah, that's not right.
So I went to the chain store. And I went up to the cash register and I said, I'm very sorry, but I have to return some insoles. And she said, I heard about this on the radio and I was hoping it was not our store. And I was like, and then the guy behind me in line said, oh, I heard that as well. Those are the insoles that you're returning.
Wow.
And I was like,
did she take them back?
She did take them back.
Nice.
I did get different insoles. And I swore I would never buy anything embarrassing in town again. So I go out of town to buy all of my embarrassing stuff, my butt creams, my et cetera.
Butt creams.
So out of town, how far away?
How far away is out of town?
Yeah. Is 29 Palms out of town?
No, 29 Palms is not out of town.
Okay.
When I go down the hill a lot, anytime I'm in Palm Springs or Cathedral City or whatever, I'll hit up a chain pharmacy down there.
Okay, this reminds me of when I worked in a 27-story office building. But I'd have to take a shit. But I didn't want to go to the bathroom on my floor. So I would go down, even worse, avoid the elevator. I would take the stairwell down a couple floors. And then you see people that are also from your floor probably doing the same thing. And it's like, so I can't wait for you to run into somebody at the CVS in Palm Springs.
With an armful of hemorrhoid cream.
With all those questionable. What else would be something? Okay, so toilet paper, hemorrhoid. What else? What else is embarrassing?
I have stuff that's too embarrassing.
You
for
can't
me to
even say it.
I'm so embarrassed about it.
Like foot stuff, anything like that. Corn, anything like foot stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Foot stuff.
Yeah.
Nose hair trimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty famous in town, Beth, and you're new in town, Adam, but we live in a very small community. Like, the guy that's selling you the butt cream might be like, at the bar next to you, the next night and be like, oh, butt cream guy. Like, isn't that a concern?
I don't, that's, if I haven't had to buy it for a while, so I can't really remember. But I'm trying to remember if that would even, if I ever had something, I remember I'd buy like 4 things and I would kind of push them together so that one thing was covered up. And then you're just hoping she'll put it in the bag fast,
I don't know. I think that this is something that you got to rip the Band-Aid, or you got
I need to. Toilet paper?
You got to, because like this is like, I get it.
Okay.
I get feeling sheepish. I remember when I was first buying toilet paper for myself, 18 years old or whatever, and I feeling weird about it and feeling like, but I got over it. So,
When we lived in Williamsburg, I don't know how familiar you are with like New York neighborhoods.
Was that Pennsylvania or
Brooklyn?
Okay.
We lived in Williamsburg, and there's this train that goes from the east side of Manhattan into Williamsburg, the L train that is like super hip. And it's like a lot of like cool hip people on it. If you're on the L train trying to make goo eyes at a gal and you got a 12 of toilet paper under your arm, she's not going to take you seriously.
I think that might get someone's attention.
Yeah, the confidence.
And yes,
to be able to make goo eyes.
Yeah, I got fucking toilet paper.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
You got the guy reading Infinite Jest and the guy holding a 12-pack of toilet paper, which they're both goofy, but...
I think it's a confidence thing, definitely.
Okay.
If you're sitting there looking embarrassed, holding it all sheepish, then you'd be all, oh my gosh. That's what would be the turnoff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm giving it to a friend.
Yeah, totally. Oh my God.
I have to say, and this is, again, probably more personal than I should share, but like, since the pandemic started... My partner, like, there were the toilet paper shortages in, like, 2020, if you recall.
Yes.
And she got plugged in. A lot of her Australian friends use this, like, mail-order toilet paper service.
Oh, I've seen some of those.
I hate the name of it. I guess I will shout it out. It's called...
Yeah, I feel like it's a cute little wrappers.
I've seen it at your house.
Who Gives a Crap?
Yes, I've seen
I hate
ads.
the name.
I've seen ads for that.
It's a vulgar name for a product. I don't like products that have swears in them. That's a swear.
So you were able to order toilet paper online even though you couldn't buy it locally?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly when we did the switch. It might have been like after the toilet paper shortages, but like having to run around looking for toilet paper at multiple stores, we're like, can we just like get this sent to the house?
So you still get it sent?
It's really nice toilet paper, and like we get their paper towels and like their trash bags and stuff as well.
Was it on an automatic?
Almost certainly. My partner is in charge of it. I don't deal with it. I just put it up on the shelf.
So you're not going to tell us how much you have to buy?
I don't know the economics of it.
Yeah. Do you think the USPS guy is laughing at you?
100%. Man, this guy goes through so much toilet paper.
I only want Charmin.
Okay. Is that the like powdery stuff?
It's very fluffy and soft, and it's more expensive, but I don't care. If I'm going to wipe my ass, I want that.
All right.
I don't want little paper rough stuff.
I'm a rough stuff guy.
Wait, you specifically like rough stuff?
Yes.
You like rough?
You request that?
I used to buy I used to love the industrial toilet paper that was like rough.
Yes.
And the Who Gives a Crap
Really?
stuff has a soft side and a rough side. So
Oh my gosh!
it satisfies both needs in my household.
Weird.
His and
It has a
hers.
rough side and a
Uh-huh.
Wow.
his and hers.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's popular enough because they're making it that way, and they advertise that it has
totally
rough side and
crazy.
soft side.
Huh.
So, Adam, where is your
Things you
toilet?
learn.
What's up with your asshole?
Yeah, what's your brand preference?
I bought generic stuff, although I have gotten like below like subpar before, and like again Costco, I bought it like bulk, and then it's like, fuck, I have 30 rolls to go through of this horrible, and I'm not going to throw it away or whatever, so I just whatever, used it. But so yeah, I don't know. I try to get like something that looks kind of soft, but it's also cheap. That's usually what I
quilted.
go for.
That's called quilted northern.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to quote my favorite comic strip, Akewood, but that stuff is like wiping your ass with a damn Belgian waffle. Like, it's like big and thick and puffy and powdery, and it leaves lint, and I hate it. I'd like it clean.
I think that.
Have you ever seen those bears? Those
Yes.
yeah.
I hate the bear.
I don't like them either.
Yeah.
It's sort of like
Well, that's their whole thing is there's no lint. So
there's no lint, there's no residue.
I think that there is. That even if they say there isn't, there definitely is.
You know what I think that's about? Because bears are hairy. I think that's a hairy problem.
I'm a hairy
Hair
guy.
booty problem.
I'm a hairy guy. I've got the chest hair poking out of the top of my shirt.
But I mean, lint getting stuck on him. That's just saying.
So you,
This went downhill quickly. Shall we move along?
yeah. Well, you started talking about this, but Beth, where did you grow up, and what was your early grocery shopping like with your family?
Well, I grew up in Davis, California. My family moved from Indiana when I was 7, and I thanked my parents always great. As I got older, thank you for moving to California. We went to Albertsons. That's what I remember, and it's funny. I don't really remember grocery shopping.
Did you go? Like, did your parents bring you?
Yeah, but maybe because when we first started getting allowances and stuff, I was the one who cleaned. I cleaned the house, and my sister helped cook, and so maybe that was more of that sort of thing. I don't know. I don't really remember, but I do remember the toilet paper at Long's. That's like, or going. Oh, the first time you'd go to Long's and you'd look at the Playgirl magazine, but you put another magazine on the outside of it.
I was doing that with Mad, but I probably had like a Cracked inside of the Mad magazine. I didn't want to get caught reading Cracked.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you had the Mad magazine on the outside.
On the outside and the Cracked on the inside, because Mad is the superior one. Yes.
I love Mad. I just saw a documentary on Mad.
Oh, really?
It's on Amazon Prime. It just came out.
Okay,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I would totally watch that. It's got I saw Frank Jacobs get a Lifetime Achievement Award one time, who's my favorite 80s writer from Mad Magazine. So
it was really good. It was fun.
All right. Does it have Al Jaffe in it?
He's the guy who started it, right? I can't remember their names. I'm not that.
I think it's Harvey Kurtzman started it.
Yeah.
Will Gaines or MC Gaines
That's the one,
was
yeah.
the publisher.
Yeah.
Al Jaffe's the Folden guy who I think died pretty
Yes,
recently.
those were totally awesome.
He was like 100 years old when he died, and he was still doing them. So.
What about Sergio something?
Sergio Aragones.
Yeah, Sergio
He's still
Aragones.
kicking.
They're all the guys are in there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Yeah, totally. It's good.
Amazon
Prime is what I remember.
All right.
Yes.
So you moved from Davis to San Francisco? Is that the lineup?
No, I went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for a couple of years. Then I went to UC Santa Barbara for a few years, and then I moved to San Francisco.
What was your early adult grocery shopping like? Like when you're starting to grocery shop on your own, what is that looking like? Are you doing it much? Are you cooking much? How'd that go?
Yes, I did, but I was always about just cheap, shitty. I was never a ramen person, but it was a lot of tortillas and beans and things like that.
All right. And then when you go to San Francisco, what's the cooking like? What's the grocery stores like in San Francisco? I've never shopped in San Francisco.
Well, the thing about cities that I miss about here, because there's corner stores. And it's like you can go for anything. It might cost a little more, but you're like, I need a Band-Aid or whatever. You can just go to the corner store. And then we actually, from my apartment in San Francisco, like 2 or 3 blocks down was a big store. So like it changed names a few times, but it was Albertsons for a while. Then it was Lucky's. So it's the same as everywhere. There's just no parking.
Okay. Did you walk?
Oh, that reminds me. There was a thing called, and now I can't remember the name of it, where it was Safeway related, but you would order your groceries online and they would deliver them in these big bins. And then, I had a lot of stairs. So I would order everything that was heavy. So I would order, I would do. And that was all. I would go to the store for my own shit, but I would go cat litter, the beer, anything that just was, that I didn't feel like carrying up 2 flights of stairs. And then the rule was they could not accept tips. They weren't allowed to take tips. And I did that until they folded.
All right.
I would just feel like all over it.
I used to work for a horrible delivery service called Washio, and we brought it up almost every episode at this point in LA, where I would like deliver laundry and carry it up huge flights of stairs, and it was stinky, and then the underwear would fall out of the sack, and you'd have to like pick it up and stuff. It was like a big fiasco. So I did not. So
you had to pick up the dirty laundry.
You would pick up the dirty laundry and then drop off the clean laundry. So you'd fill up your car with clean laundry, and as it emptied with clean laundry, the dirty laundry would go in. Terrible system, terrible company, but
did you get tips?
Well, I think so. I'm pretty allegedly, in my opinion, they stole tips. I think because they was not transparent. So theoretically, here's the tip money you received, but you never like had any kind of accounting.
There was a law passed after you were doing that like basically said that they're not allowed to do theoretically.
Yes,
they're not allowed to do that. But yes, they were absolutely stealing your tips.
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
it was called Washio.
Washio. It's no longer around, and I hate them. And I got out right before they collapsed, and I think they owe a lot of people a lot of money, allegedly. So
I don't think it sounds like a bad idea for people who live in a city and or two don't have a washing machine.
It was really expensive, and they did a bad job.
When I was in Brooklyn, the very last year, give or take, I used to do what's called fluff and fold, which is essentially this: you drop it off They do the laundry for you,
pick
and
it
then
up.
you pick it up. And yes, of course, it's more expensive, but it wasn't that much more. It was like maybe like you normally it would be like $16 for everything,
It's
and
worth
then
it.
now it would be like 23 or something. And it's like, yeah,
It's worth your time.
That's right. And I felt, I was not a rich guy. I was quite, struggling, but like it was like this is worth. I don't
So you
want to
didn't-
sit in the thing for 3 hours.
So you didn't feel weird dropping off your underwear?
I did. I felt weird. And then actually what happened is right as I was leaving, my clothes got stolen. The lady felt really bad about it, but somebody walked into the thing, grabbed my clothes and left. And then she was like, I'm sorry, your clothes are gone.
They're not insured.
Yeah, and then and I had to immediately become like a haggler, like a bargain person, and I was like, "Look, I'm here for 3 more months. For the next 3 months, I'll probably do laundry like 2 or 3 more times. Those are going to be free." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, all right." So that was
That's what you
yeah.
haggle.
I was
What
like,
I have to say, like, were you just like taking like the clothes that you had on to get laundered, or did you like go buy new clothes? Like when you I have no clothes, I better figure out how I'm gonna wash my clothes for the next 2 months.
Probably like 40% of my clothes or something
That's
like that.
terrible.
Yeah. And there was an MF Doom shirt that would have been worth a lot of money right now. But back then nobody knew who he was. So
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
And whoever stole it probably doesn't know either. And then
Yeah.
that you're like,
That's right. Yeah.
I always I left my clothes, like I would just put my stuff in the machine and then go home for a while and then come back. Like I don't know if other people did their laundry at laundromats that way, but I'm like, I'm not staying and hanging out.
I was so paranoid that it was going to end, and then it was just going to be sitting there, and then when I was go there, somebody was going to be really mad that I didn't pick it up earlier. That would stress me out.
yeah, I would leave, but I would come back. I would make sure, because you don't want someone taking it out for you and then setting it there.
That's always awkward.
It was all stressful. It was like, shit. When I got a washer and dryer, it was like, oh.
I don't have a dryer right now.
Okay.
So today I thought it was going to rain. So I was like, I have a window. I'm going to hang it up, and then hopefully it'll get dry before the rain hits. And anyway,
I loved drying. Yeah. Like in my old house, when we first moved to Joshua Tree, we had a friend who works for a chain of restaurants, and we were friends with the owner as well. And we said, we don't have a washer or dryer. The one time I got stuck in the sand was driving from the Joshua Tree laundromat back to Friendly Hills, like less than a mile, and I got stuck in the. Long story. I got stuck in the sand. I guess I'll tell the story.
You have to, because I'm all, how did you get out?
So it was less than a mile away, and it's like very residential where between the laundromat. And so like there's a guy parked in the middle of the road. It was a sandy road, and I was like honking at him, and he didn't move. And so I'm like, I guess I'm going to go around this guy. And I got stuck in the sand, and then the guy drove off. And then the guy came back, and he's like, hey, are you stuck? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, well, I guess I kind of got you stuck here. And I'm like, well, I shouldn't have driven around you also. And he tied the rope to my bumper and yanked me out.
Nice.
So,
That's a good person.
yes. Yeah. But we got this. I got a bad, like they were getting rid of this washing machine at the chicken restaurant, and so I drove chicken mobile from Los Angeles, from the Valley to Joshua Tree, unloaded the washing machine, drove the van back, and we had
Wait, did it have chicken branding on the side?
on the van, yes.
Okay.
What do you mean? Was that where you worked?
No, is that we have a friend who's an architect for the California Chicken Cafe, and we were friends with the owner through her. So they gave us some hand-me-down washing machine that just jumped all over the house. It was like really janky.
Oh.
And we would line dry all of our clothes. We didn't have a dryer, but I love line drying the clothes. It's really fun.
It's very
nice.
European.
That makes
Yes.
one of us.
You have one of those drying racks where you hang everything. I'm just imagining all
I do
your
not
underwear
like
hanging
it.
in the window.
Well, yeah, that's what. Well, yeah.
Those are in the bathroom hanging on the shower thing.
And there's people working at the house right now, and anyway, but whatever, I got to do what I got to do. So,
Right. So-
Yeah.
So they can see your underwear. It's how I feel when I'm carrying around
Absolutely.
toilet paper. It's a little too intimate for these guys
Oh
to know
my
that
gosh,
about me.
that's just so funny. I want to hear about all this research.
Well, we'll get to it. I do.
It's like pages and pages of research.
It's literally falling everywhere too. My research is like
God.
on the floors and things like that. But so did you come from Beth? Did you come from San Francisco to the high desert?
I did.
And what was grocery shopping like going from like city living to rural living?
I actually, when we first came and we're looking at houses, I was thinking, oh my God, everything's going to close at like 7 or 8. Because that happens in some time. And I'm like, oh, they're open till, and I was like 10 or 11. I'm all, yes. And then there's so much, it's the parking thing, it's like parking in San Francisco is a pain in the ass. So I was just so thrilled. I mean, thrilled. It's fine. I love Stater Brothers.
And you can park nicely.
Yeah, it's really not a big deal.
Yeah.
I joke when I was a delivery guy in LA for 2 years, I got no tickets, no fender benders. I consider myself a professional parker, and now I am a retired professional parker. So people say, especially in the high desert, that I park like a psycho because I'm parking far away. I don't mind walking. I'm parking for ease of exit. I pull through.
Yeah.
I don't want to park anywhere near the front of the grocery store.
You don't like when somebody's crossing and they've got a cart and you have to kind of wait there and then you pull forward a little bit and somebody else crosses.
I'm not looking for parking. I don't want to park close. I'll park far away and walk, and I love it. And
I find that funny. So you can carry your giant thing of toilet paper way across the parking lot so even more people can see you.
Good point.
Like, why? I don't get it.
how close are you parking?
As close as I can.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
shit.
Like right up front, and then you got to wait for the 7 people to get in and out, and the
It's
people
not like that. It's easy.
So sometimes it'll be the guy pushing like the train of and it's just like you're waiting for a train to pass.
Absolutely. Who's got the time for that? Adam, where are you parking at the grocery store?
I just was there. So I basically kind of in the middle. Like, I don't care to be the closest. I also don't care. Like, I kind of just, like, whatever, like, is easy, looks easy. Oh, I can get there easy. There's no people around. I just kind of pull in. So, yeah, I was kind of halfway through the aisle, if that makes sense. But, yeah.
Beth, is there stuff that you find you're not able to get at grocery stores in the desert?
No, because I'm not really a foodie. I'm a very simple, as you can tell by my Budweiser. No, I find it just fine. Oh, wait, there was one thing, and I got it in all the stores up here, is my Casa Sanchez salsa, which is my favorite salsa from San Francisco. It's started as a little family-owned restaurant. And I saw that they had the chips at Whole Foods in Palm Desert, and I got them to get the salsa too. They started off with one, mild or whatever. Now they have like 8, all the different kinds. And I got it in Vaughn's, Stater, got it all up here. So after that, I was like relieved.
Wait, so you went to the manager and you said, hey, this is really good and you should order it? And then they just said, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Sean, he does our grocery shopping. He's my partner in crime. And the Panera soup was gone. And he's all, they don't carry it anymore. And I said, so go tell them that you're upset. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. And I had to remind him that I got, and he goes, I know. I go, all you have to do is just go. I go, and then if 6 people go ask for it, they'll order it again. Please, everyone needs to do that.
I should do that more. I would just kind of accept defeat.
Nope. I've done it and Amy's Pizzas. That's what I'm addicted to Amy's frozen foods.
We had a Vegemite problem because when we first moved to the desert, Stater Brothers in their international section would carry Vegemite, which my partner is Australian and she loves Vegemite. And we couldn't believe, we're like, you can't even get this in LA grocery stores. We move to the rural community, the high desert, and they've got Vegemite on the shelves. And after the first year we were living here, they stopped. And we asked about it. They said, no, we don't carry it anymore.
Well, I'll go in and ask for you if you'd like.
Okay.
And you ask. See, that's what I mean. You just have to have a few people ask.
Yeah. I'll ask for special toilet paper for you.
Yeah. Wait, I'm going to yell. We'll say, do you have that kind that's I would love to see their face. Do you have the kind that's rough on one side and smooth on the other side?
Yeah, my friend's really embarrassed.
Never freaking heard of in my life.
Do you get to the Whole Foods and some of the higher end stores down the hill very frequently?
Not anymore. I worked down there for a couple of years, and I would go to Whole Foods a lot, but I love Whole Foods, but it's so expensive. Just adds up.
I've been down the hill a little bit more in the last year, and I've been going to Jensen's, which is like a bit nicer of a store than we've got in the high desert.
Is that a G or a J?
A J.
I think it's a little frou-frou, right?
Very frou-frou, but just frou-frou enough for me. So,
do they have Vegemite?
do. No, I think they have it at Cost Plus World Market next door. So I don't think they have Vegemite.
Cost Plus is still around. See, I can't
bafflingly.
even believe that. Oh my God.
All right, should we dig into the topic?
Let's do it.
Before we do that, I might get another drink. Is anybody?
I would love
another drink?
yeah.
I would love for you to grab me. You could just grab me both of mine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, we're all back.
We're back.
Everybody's drinked up. We took a drink break. Everybody's got more of the same.
Yep, we're all good.
All right. And so the way we do the show is we always kind of send the guests some topics to pick, and you gravitated towards what's locked up at the grocery stores. When you think of things being locked up at the grocery stores, like, what does that mean to you? Beth?
Well, I think it's funny because I don't remember things being were things locked up when we were kids?
No.
That you'll have to, yeah. It seems like more and more things are locked up anymore.
It's a bit of an epidemic, like literally in the last few years of things getting locked up.
Post-COVID. Yeah.
Yes, but
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I seem to remember, like, cigarettes have always been locked up for as long as...
Yeah, and sometimes booze, fancy bottles of booze and stuff like that have. But the thought of like baby formula, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
That's sad.
Yeah. Stuff like that, and like Gillette razors.
That was the first thing I kind of remember.
Yeah,
and you'd have to pull a little slip and then go to the
Is that an embarrassing to buy a razor?
No.
Okay, it's a hygiene product.
Yeah, well, hygiene.
Is it for you?
I was looking for a particular soap at the store just earlier today, and it was like,
I'm gonna wash my bum soap.
I know. I'm on what kind of soap?
I was like, I'm maybe a little too embarrassed to buy the soap. I was like,
what is it?
Just add regular soap.
Wait, why were you embarrassed?
Why are you embarrassed?
You were embarrassed to
soap?
ask?
Oh my God, you're so funny.
Okay.
Okay.
Fear of being perceived. Do you know about that?
I don't know about that.
That's a thing.
Okay.
I mean, what soap?
I was looking for a particular type of soap. Fortunately, they didn't have it, so I'll buy it when I'm out of town next. Just like an antibacterial soap. That's all I'm trying to get. And
ooh, you clean?
Oh my God. Antibacterial.
yeah,
soap.
they didn't have any either. They just had normal soap.
Where was it?
Stater Brothers.
I order mine online.
Do you really?
I just
embarrassing
ordered,
soap?
I just ordered soap online.
It's Lumi. It's the one for stinky body parts, and
Okay.
works great for like stinky flip flops, like your shoes. It works for everything.
All right. My partner has been getting me soap online, but I'm like, I would like a stronger soap. I think I'm moving into the direction.
You're so because you're so smelly. That's actually really funny. Look at now. You look embarrassed.
Yeah,
I can't believe you're embarrassed. Oh wow.
I'm a big blusher.
You're so easy to.
Yes.
You're so shy.
But I guess I'm not buying razors that much. But razors is kind of it could be a sensitive topic. Or
I don't
whatever.
think that's sensitive.
Why?
Okay, people are doing a lot of shaving of places and things like that.
I mean, yeah.
Your mind just. Oh gosh, that's funny. All right.
But so that was like maybe the first thing you noticed being locked up, really?
Razors. Oh yeah, totally.
I hope it's okay to say. I mean, you bought cigarettes before.
Oh yeah, it was actually I actually smoke, so it's okay.
I don't know if you want to be talking about that on the show, but
I don't care.
when would you
I'm one of those lucky people who I can smoke and then not smoke for a month, and then I can smoke. I just smoke a few cigarettes a week. I'm one of those people real smokers hate.
I am not that
I
tired.
don't have a problem. I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But I was actually talking to my other half, Sean, about it because I said, "Do you remember?" I remember smoking a lot of cloves when I was like 16 or 17, and I remember buying them in 7-Eleven. And I'm like, when did the smoking law? When did that happen in California where you had to be 18 to buy cigarettes? Because I remember buying them, and then there were machines. Everywhere.
Just like
I remember
like anyone can go to a machine.
right.
I was never old enough to like buy. I mean, you're never too young to buy cigarettes from a cigarette machine. But I never bought cigarettes from a cigarette machine. I remember playing with them because they had like the knobs.
Yeah, those little knobs. Boink, boink.
Yeah. So I remember playing with those. I don't think I ever personally, as like a guy that smoked for many years, bought cigarettes from a vending machine. So
I don't remember doing it either. But I guess I was saying kids could do that.
Yeah.
So,
But when do you remember seeing cigarettes like locked up at a grocery store? Do you not buy cigarettes at a grocery store?
no, I usually don't.
Okay.
I usually buy them at the gas station.
I've bought, not locally because I don't want anybody to see me buying cigarettes. I go out of town to buy my.
Is that true?
No.
Oh my God! Do you go to those cigarette? What are those stores that have?
I do go.
Where
to
you buy the
cigarettes.
cartons.
Oh, yeah.
I do go to cigarette stores when I buy cigarettes, especially in town. I like a lot of the cigarette proprietors in town.
I can see you going in, like looking around,
but I wouldn't
casually walking by, running in.
Collar.
Yeah, totally.
But not at grocery stores. But in the past, I bought cigarettes at grocery stores, and like, if you're in line behind somebody buying cigarettes at the grocery store, it's kind of a pain. They've got to say, okay, where's the keys? Who's got the keys?
Oh yeah.
And then they get the keys, and then they get the cigarettes, and then everybody in line behind you is like kind of annoyed, like, why didn't you do that at the gas station or the tobacconist? So
I don't buy them there because it's a pain in the ass.
all right.
But I've noticed, I feel like women's face cream or something, because I'll see the locked up stuff when I walk by, and I'm all, what? Like, it's just a weird random. Now I'm going to look next time I go in there.
Well, so I can tell you what the theory of what's being locked up is, but do you have any history of these locked cases, Adam? Because I really struggled to find like when exactly they were starting to be implemented more.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
it depends on how. Okay, I've got a lot I could say.
Sorry, this is a bigger question than I was anticipating.
Yeah. In short, no. There's no like definitive, a thing. I mean, if you really go all the way back, grocery stores themselves used to be locked cases because you used to not be able to peruse the aisles. So you would just give the guy a slip of what products you wanted, and then he would,
You gotta write down that you want toilet paper and butt cream for the guy?
Yeah. And then he would go grab it and then bring you up and so on. And so that was pre-supermarket. But we'll get to lock cases. Because we were doing lock stuff, I got into some like more lefty stuff than we normally do for this show. So I want to read you this one. Clarence Saunders opened the first self-service grocery store. He was a Confederate soldier looking out the window when he saw some pigs dashing to a trough. According to writer Benjamin Lohr, Saunders imagined the pigs as shoppers, forced to pass through a gate to peruse, quote, heavily branded prepackaged goods that didn't need a clerk to recommend them. Choosing from a display of fixed-price products was a radical idea. No one had ever been able to wander the store full of food. That's why he called it Piggly Wiggly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I saw this on the History Channel, the history of food.
Yeah. The design, Lohr writes, evoked a prison yard more than a food outlet. For shoppers, being penned in like farm animals or human criminals was a small price to pay for the freedom to handle, assess, and select their food.
I don't remember. I saw that on the History Channel, but I don't remember the pigs.
Well,
That's
right.
totally insane.
So in my opinion, that represents like that is still the current tension, because the tension is how much freedom do we have as consumers to pick stuff up, to put it down, to put in a cart and whatever, move stuff all around, versus asking permission. And the CEOs are like fighting this battle where like internal battle where they want us to be consumers who just feel free to spend our money willy-nilly, but they also don't want shoplifters and they don't want shrink. So it's like they're trying to find this perfect sort of endless middle ground, bullseye pattern where we can be free to spend money and they don't have shoplifters. And that's essentially what we're seeing with all these locked up cases, is them struggling with this problem.
The balance, I guess.
In their head, I'm going to get to the mind of the CEOs a little bit later. But in their head, that this is the existential crisis that keeps them up at night.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah.
So their money, people stealing things, basically.
Yeah. So if you really look at the numbers, theft is nowhere as high as they make it sound. So, because what they do is they lump all shrink together, and shrink is most of it is employee theft. A lot of it is like just misplacement of items or like misshipment, like problems of like logistics. And then some of it is direct, sort of what we think of as shoplifting. But I believe that these CEOs, I'm completely speculating right now, that these CEOs are probably majority like lower C conservative, and the idea of someone stealing from them is like painful, and getting one over on them is painful to the point of like, I don't even care if we're losing money, like we're going to get those a-holes. That's what I believe a lot of this is coming from.
Do you think they're overreacting?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's more of a personal thing. I don't think if you actually look at the numbers, this stuff actually makes any sense, because they say they lose money. They say they lose anywhere from 15 to 20% of sales. Like if you're, especially at CVS or whatever, it's like, I was going to buy that deodorant, but I have to ask permission. I'm going to just leave, like that's a high percentage of people.
It's like, I think it's like 10% of people who, when confronted with that problem, will just like leave and go to another store and maybe even not.
Oh, the locked case.
Yes.
The locked case. Like, or just like, I'll get on Amazon. Like a bunch of articles were just like, I'll order on Amazon.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I don't want to wait around for a guy just so he can let me have.
And we're trying to stick with grocery stores, but like, so grocery stores have the lock case, and the chain pharmacies like your Walgreenses, your CVS's, your Rite Aids.
Yeah,
since the pandemic, like they've been putting more and more stuff behind lock cases. You go to these stores, there's nobody that seems like they work there, and so when you like, I need to get this shampoo and it's behind a lock case, and you hit the button, there's like one person running the register with three people waiting on them.
Nobody comes.
And that's the only other person in the store, and it's like, it's a fiasco.
Well, and the other thing is I've already said that anything you buy in there is going to be somewhat embarrassing. When you press the button, I just did this a couple weeks ago, it says, help is needed in the foot care aisle, so it's like
the butt cream zone.
Yeah, exactly. They're advertising to the whole world.
Somebody needs hemorrhoid cream.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
It's I've heard people theorize, and again, this is totally a theory, and this is more with the chain pharmacies than with grocery stores, but like, the culture right now is very like, we are strip mining it, like we're an investment firm or like a hedge fund. We bought CVS and we need to get our money out of it, and we're going to break it down to the component parts, and we are betting against it so that it fails, and when it fails, we will make a huge amount of money. So part of it is like, crime is up, so let's say that we put in all these buttons, so you have to summon somebody to get you your butt cream or your foot cream, and then people will stop shopping there because they don't want to do this, and then it will continue to lose money, and it's like pushing it into a little death spiral.
Yeah.
And then when it shuts down, we sell the assets and make bank for ourselves.
Yeah, and you blame poor people.
You're such a conspiracy theorist.
No, that's not conspiracy.
So you think that's what's
this is
really
pretty
happening?
much documented.
Yeah, then blame it on theft, blame it on poor people.
Blame it on poor people. Yeah, and you get your bonus. Yeah. So that
sucks.
It's terrifying news.
And like, there's all these. I'm always interested when people talk about crime stuff, because like I work pretty directly in crime in my day job, which I do work at a radio station in Joshua Tree. I do a morning show. I do the news, and like, I am the person that goes through the crime reports, and I see every single crime that happens, I see every. I'm not like some fucking panopticon or whatever, but
you're like, it's like you read the police beat.
I see all of the calls that are made, and there's not as much theft as they might have you believe there is.
Nowhere close.
I have a very good relationship with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and I work with them professionally, so I don't want to say anything too wild or egregious about them, but I think that when there are certain crimes that it is in their interest to promote, and they will make, whenever they do break up a retail theft ring, they always make an announcement about it. A lot of the things that they are drawing your attention to are not political stuff, but it's like it serves their agenda to get the word out about this particular crime. Obviously, they'll release news about murders and things, but for example, there is recent California legislation that like is more strictly criminalized petty theft, specifically for the reports of theft rings and this sort of crime. And when they do make this kind of arrest, they do say, hey, this is like, we just made this arrest thanks to this legislation. So they are getting the word out about these retail thefts, even though who is it impacting so much, and how much is it actually happening? It's perhaps over-reported.
And that's kind of like, I think that there's an emotional aspect to this specifically. Like you put it on, the new local news at 10 or whatever, and someone gets mad because, they worked really hard and they went to Walgreens and they paid fair and square. So this person, I think that there's this it has nothing to do with the actual numbers, the actual crime or anything like that. It's just this like highly charged kind of conservative lower C anger. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are they locking up?
I guess in the very small sense, but I want to hit on this, What's Locked Up digs into like some unusual crime theories. The general rule is the smaller items that are very expensive. So I did take photos of, I think I left all of my photos of the locked up zones. Just before the show, I went to all of our local grocery stores and went to the locked up zones and took a bunch of photos. We take a lot of photos for this show, and this is the first time I thought I was going to get jumped by security for taking photos of
Really?
I mean, not that there was no security person like eyeballing me, but I'm standing in front of the most valuable stuff that's locked up and taking I'm like casing the joint. So
I see. So Stater Brothers, I know, has the one. It's kind of like by the front door.
They're usually behind the register. Like, if there's two front doors or next to the front doors, it's like against the wall by the office where there's like the most employees gathered by like the registers.
But is there anywhere else?
The liquor section at Stater Brothers, at least. And
I didn't know.
Sometimes in the pharmacies, they'll have like the things where you grab the ticket, like it'll say, but you take it up to the front, but they don't have like the locked up like pharmaceutical stuff back there.
So the stuff I saw, I mean, you already took photos at Stater Brothers. They had a cigarette aisle, and then
Vaughn's had Zins and dip, but no Zins at Stater Brothers.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't see Zins. And then the bottom was like fancy wine in the same aisle, and then the other aisle, which was most of the stuff, had the baby formula, a lot of baby formula. Most like it was took up the most percentage out of anything, and then they had stuff like Claritin and
Did you find out about the Claritin stuff?
Oh, the Sudafed type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That comes to us from the Patriot Act, of course.
Yeah.
The Patriot Act, which as a patriot I am a big supporter of, and we all have to salute. But when they re-upped the Patriot Act in 2006, they put in like
Combat Methamphetamine Epidemic Act. Yeah,
because people were.
Yeah.
I mean, I've used pseudoephedrine recreationally.
No, but they were using it to make meth.
I've never made meth, but
I used to take a lot of Sudafed.
Yeah.
Whoops! But I didn't even realize that it was making me extremely hyper.
In the law itself, it specifically says you either need to be behind a counter where somebody hands it to you, or in a locked case. So they basically were instructing people to build locked cases
for the allergy meds
where they didn't exist previously. So if you want to see like a big inflection point, like that's one right there for why we have locked cases everywhere.
And when I saw the one at Stater Brothers, I mean, it's a whole shelf of like Flonase, Zyrtec, Zixal, Mucinex, Pepcid, which does have, I think Pepcid works as a like antihistamine as well.
Didn't know.
And so this is the Sudafed section of the store, all behind the locked glass there.
And then there's right above that there's razor blades.
Razors. What else?
I think this is at Vaughn's. They had I actually found something from Supermarket News, one of our very favorite websites. I love to go through the archives of Supermarket News when we're researching this show. There was an article from, I think it's 2006 or so, where they talk about how, is this maybe 2001? That Crest White Strips was like an original thing that was stolen. And so they had Crest White Strips still to this day behind the locked doors, because it's like $25 for a package.
It's expensive.
And they're teeny tiny, so you can just like... The ease, that's what I was trying to get at earlier. It's the size of the thing versus how expensive it is. And so it's like the most bang for your buck is like stealing these white strips. I found this article from, I think it's like hustle.com. It was not a source.
I was just imagining someone hustling like white strips. But I buy my white strips from the guy in the corner. And then
well, they were talking about razors are the same way, where it's like, I love going to like swap meets and stuff, and you see the guys, and they're like, they got the table, and it's like full of razors and Crest white strips, and you're like,
I've never seen that at the swap meet.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So we'll talk about the baby formula probably, but
soon, yes.
But I'll just say that I was reading all these news police articles, like we busted up this ring and this thing, and you know, you got to take it with a huge grain of salt because they're excited to talk about that stuff. With that said, I then went on to Facebook Marketplace. I was like, well, let's see what people are doing with baby formula. And yeah, a lot of people are selling baby formula for half price, and you can see photos, and they have it like stacked up. Mm-hmm. So
because it's so you think it's supply and demand. People they need it. They have to have it. Right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the saddest. You know, at the end of the day, we're literally the baby wants to be fed, and we are criminalizing that. But yes, I think that it's expensive. It's more expensive than one would expect. And
Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry, that's funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was reading there's a big black market for baby formula, not just for starving children, of course, but they say that they use it to like cut cocaine and fentanyl with also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't, yeah.
I saw a lot of this. The big one that really surprised me was the Tide thing. So at Vaughn's, like, half of
pods,
not the pods, the jugs of Tide behind locked doors. It's only Tide. It's not all other detergents.
Interesting.
And
what?
So it turns out that
I need to.
Customers are paying for drugs with stolen Tide. That's what that's what police in suburban Washington have said. They did a big drug bust and found nearly 20 bottles of Tide in the drug dealer's house, and they're saying that. They're saying it's easy for resale on the black market because everybody needs laundry detergent. Tide is the nation's most popular brand, and it's expensive.
Yeah,
and it doesn't spoil. So again, I don't know if this is like propaganda in some sense, but like Vaughn's had all of their Tide locked up. You had to go ask a guy.
But not Stater Brothers.
I didn't see it at Stater Brothers. The Tide. You didn't see that, Adam?
No, I didn't see Tide at Stater Brothers. No.
I saw some probiotic pills at Vaughn's also, or maybe that was at Stater Brothers, but like little like $25 thing of like probiotic pills for your belly, so that you could use the nice toilet paper if we were to fix your gut health.
Did you? Why do I think they had like women's face cream? Like
they do. They have oil of
that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Oil of Olay was a big one. I couldn't find if oil of Olay is being used in illicit drug rings or not, but
it's just expensive.
I think so. It's probably like the white strips.
They also had other women's hygiene products like Monostat and stuff like that.
There's Aleve
behind the lock case. Yeah. Oh, can you see who wants to ring the bell and go?
Yeah.
Then you Monostat
exactly.
7.
Yeah, exactly.
That's embarrassing.
Right.
That would be embarrassing. I wouldn't want to.
That would. Yeah.
I didn't. Go ahead.
That's just terrible. I mean, maybe they do it just to fuck with us. Because it's fun, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it were a male product, they wouldn't do that because the men making the decisions would be embarrassed.
So I have
sorry to say, but
I have an article from the Fresno Bee from 2018 where they are talking about how in Fresno and Tulare and King counties, a lot of supermarkets were putting condoms behind the glass cases, which I feel like I've seen that. I've never had the problem. I've never had to say, like, I guess I've done it at a gas station where you got to ask for them from the guy. But usually at the store, you could just like put them up and put them on the register, on the belt or whatever. But people are calling it a high theft item, the condom.
Well, it's the same thing. It doesn't spoil.
They have expiration dates.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's fair.
I have seen that. I feel like it was a Walmart, and there was a long line for the pharmacy, and I noticed all that stuff, the lubes and sex stuff, was all locked up. And I was thinking, if I was like a teenage kid, I wouldn't go ring that. But and then you have to stand there, and there's the whole line there. And I thought that was just so messed up.
That's literally what they were doing. They sent secret teen shoppers into these shops the Fresno Bee did to see how easy it was for teenagers to ask for condoms in 2018 as part of this article. And I believe it is interim director of the Fresno Barrios Unidos, the nonprofit advocacy organization, said that
Barrios Unidos.
They said that teens might feel like they're doing something bad if they're just trying to like buy condoms and stuff.
Well, yeah, and I saw that and I was really turned off. I'm all, that's just not right.
Although it is, Is that a cool vibe to show up like with a date and be like, get us some of those condoms, please? We're gonna need the extra big.
But what did you do?
We need the 24 pack. We're buying these in bulk tonight.
What did you do when you were a kid? Because I remember they had these for women. They don't make them anymore. I don't remember why. But there's little sponges. Mm-hmm. And I would go buy those I always keep talking about Longs, but that would just happen to be by my house. But it'd be like, get in there and look around, make sure no one from school's around or anyone will see you, and you buy them. But they weren't locked up. It wasn't like where did you buy your first condoms? I'm assuming you guys have used condoms.
Yeah.
Where did you buy them?
Probably the grocery store, I guess.
CVS is where I probably bought it. But
I feel like I maybe bought them.
And they weren't locked?
No.
Yeah.
I feel like I've maybe bought a pack where it's like in like the glass or the plastic box and you take it up and they like break it down. But that's a lot less of a to-do.
More recently,
right.
More recently, probably post-COVID, I have bought them from CVS in a locked thing, and you have to ask permission. And
why though?
Yeah,
that seems so planned. Like they're trying to make it hard. That's
trying to discourage teen sex.
Yes.
Well, we can't get the condoms, so let's just hold hands and have pie tonight. Mm-hmm.
So this isn't really condoms, but those they're like pills you buy at the gas station for different pumping up your testosterone. Yes. So that country store in Morongo has literally from that wall all the way over, it's just every weird brand thing, and I'm just like, are those a hot item or what? Because you have 30 different kinds.
I guess so. I mean, people must be getting it on in Morongo Valley.
Yeah.
I just before y'all got here, we're a little off topic, but I had to ask for a thing at the liquor store. I took
a thing. I love it.
It was I'll tell you what the thing was, a 99 pickles that I shared with.
What flavor?
The pickles, 99 pickles.
Oh, 99 pickles. Oh.
Yes.
So 99 bananas pickle flavor.
Pickle flavored 99 bananas.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the little shot that is nasty. It's gross. 99 proof. They sell them at gas stations, liquor stores.
It's the cheapest, sweetest alcohol you could buy.
Mm-hmm. Sounds gross.
When I shared it with our on-air talent because it's in National Pickle Day. So we split a 99 pickles before y'all arrive.
That's right.
So I did have to... I always appreciate it when a gas station has a full range of the 99 family. I'll have my selection of all the flavors, which is 24, 25 these days.
There's a lot. It's like Pokemon, yeah.
I guess let's get back to the topic at hand. I do have some more stuff about why certain things are locked up. Mm-hmm. The Rogaine I saw was locked up.
Rogaine?
Yeah.
Is that expensive?
It is expensive. It's tiny bottles, and it's $40, $50.
Okay, so that.
I did want to note that as soon as I entered Rogaine and locked up into my Google search, my history is fucked, and I'm going to be getting targeted ads for the next 2 years because of that.
For Rogaine.
There's an article from 2016. It's in Manhattan. Some thieves stole $15,000 in Rogaine from a Dwayne Reed in Manhattan.
A single.
A spree.
A single heist.
One location had 10 incidents where everybody's busting into the displays and stealing the Rogaine, apparently. So a bunch of bald thieves, look for the bald guys. So.
Trading it for Tide. It's I see all this,
And then the baby formula, there is the big black market. Everybody needs
sad.
it.
That is sad. The whole thing is sad.
It's a huge bummer, but you can use it to cut cocaine, heroin.
Which isn't as sad.
Yeah.
That makes me just
but a baby who's hungry.
I don't want my cocaine cut. I want it pure, and these guys using their baby formula are really wrecking it for me.
And you know what? Honestly, I don't even know what baby formula is.
It's like a substitute for breast milk, basically.
Is it powder?
It's a powder. You mix
it. So then it's
anything else that you've been seeing that's been locked up that we're missing?
No, I know that we're a supermarket podcast, but I think that pharmacies are really where this exists. Probably
had more
than anywhere. Yeah, and pretty much, and I've been to pharmacies where 90% of everything is locked up, which just sucks. You don't want to be there. Immediately makes you want to leave. Mm-hmm.
So I did notice this I left San Francisco in 2017, and I would go back for work meetings once a year. So I went back a couple of years later, And on Market Street, which was really downtrodden, this is pre-COVID, the CVS or Walgreens, one of those, literally, like you said, it was like everything was locked. And it was just full of homeless people. And the door was all, like, you know, when oily hair like touches that door was all disgusting. I didn't want to touch anything. And it was really sad because, yeah, it's like basically, have you ever been to a store in a foreign country that's kind of like that?
I just got back from Paris and London. I don't remember any stores that were like super locked up. I mean, I had to get I think I got some allergy medicine that I had to ask for in Paris, and I felt like the biggest dummy for not being able to say the most simple thing in French.
But you have Google Translate.
I don't know if I have Google Translate.
What? Google Translate is so easy. You just type in whatever, and then,
okay. I don't know if I.
And it will even
works.
say it for you.
But I like pointed like I went into one pharmacy to do it the first time, and they looked at me and said bonjour, and I was like so panicked about not knowing what to say. I just stood there and like stared at him, and then I like walked out of the store. Then I had to go to a different store because I was like, I'm dying from these allergies. So I don't remember anything particularly being locked up. I mean, they had cigarettes and booze behind the counter. But have you?
Well, it'd be interesting to do a comparison. I backpacked all over Europe when I was in 91. I think it was 91. And I was in Czechoslovakia, and I had been backpacking for 3 months. I didn't have any more tampons. And my period started, and I went into a store, but it was like a big like you had to tell them what you wanted behind the counter. And I was like, blood, like I was looking in my little dictionary. We didn't have Google Translate then. And I said, woman, blood, and they were bringing me Band-Aids. And I was like, no, I need, and then she came out with the biggest, thickest maxi pads that were like a fucking diaper. And I just took them because that's all I could get.
Yeah, at that point.
But the store was literally, it was like a CVS, but it didn't matter what you were getting. You had to go up and tell them, okay. I want toothpaste, I want this, I want that. Although this was, that was a long time ago. That was in the 90s.
About 10 years ago, I was in Iceland, and it was basically like that. Yeah. Where we wanted something that normally, I'm not going to say what it was, normally would have been over the counter, but we had to ask them for it. So.
And why can't you say what it was?
This was not for me, but this is as embarrassing of a thing.
Really? What?
He was buying toilet paper for a friend, of course.
Jock itch powder. I mean, what?
It's an enema was what it was. Someone I was traveling with was stopped up, and they needed to get things moving.
So I find it so interesting that you guys are so embarrassed. I guess I'm just not really embarrassed about
That's
stuff.
Good it's better to be that way than it is to be out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Let's change the topic.
No, this is I forgot about this one. This one is okay, there's some weird stuff that's been locked up. And I do have more that I want to get to with this. This is an article from the Daily Dot, so I'm not really familiar with them. I don't know if I can vouch for them, but this is 2022. They were saying that in the it's the Seattle area, that a Safeway in, I believe it's Seattle, the Ben & Jerry's was locked up. And not all...
the ice cream at the store.
No, not the store, but like the little drawer that had the Ben & Jerry's, you had to have somebody help you with it. And people were speculating that it was because conservatives were mad at the politics, and Ben & Jerry was such progressives that the conservatives are going to go mess with the ice cream.
Well, that kind of gets with my point that I think so much of this is emotional and driven by just sort of irrational fear rather than the numbers. And one expects these CEOs or C-suite people to be looking at crunching the numbers and whatever, but that's not at all what's happening, I think. Yeah.
Now my head is going to be spinning tonight, spinning with this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, locking up Ben & Jerry's, it's like, what? But was it just that brand and not the other brands of ice cream?
This said it was, although there's some disputes. I think some retailers actually have locked up all of the fancy ice creams, probably because of that, although it's small package, high value, but how in the hell can you resell ice cream? Like, hey, come out to my van, I got some ice cream in the back that I'm trying to sell.
Right.
You can't take that to the swap meet. So that maybe sounds fake. I've also seen, and this one is really weird, They have the meat cage. Have you guys seen? They don't have the meat cage locally, but
what's a meat cage?
It's a cage. It's like it looks like a metal fishnet, and they like lock it to the top of the meat case and down to the bottom, but only over like the nice cuts of meat. So you can still get your cube steak.
Oh, like where you can get the prepackaged meat yourself.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So you have to ask someone to unlock it, and you get your filet mignon.
Exactly. It's like I saw the picture of it.
Why don't they just put it under the meat counter? That seems absolutely stupid.
Not everybody's got a meat counter.
Oh, okay.
Like the Vons we used to shop at in Echo Park did not. It was just only the prepackaged stuff.
Meat cage. I like that.
And it literally looks like. It's like the whole meat case and it's totally packed, and then it's like just this like one section has like a really ramshackle, like it looks like they like cut out like a metal grate from like the hardware store, and it's like badly cut and it's just locked on both ends. You gotta get somebody to get your T-bone for you.
Well, we're just pigs, going through the channel, so yeah, makes sense.
And I was gonna ask you both, and I will answer it first. Like, what was the last thing that, if it's not too embarrassing, although Beth, you're shamelessly announcing all of the products.
I'm not really embarrassed.
But the last time I actually had to ask somebody to unlock something was the liquor cage at Stater Brothers. My co-host I was doing for Christmas, I think, I was making him eggnog from scratch, and you need to have cognac. And I'm not a yak drinker. So, like, I was like, all of the cognac is locked up. Like, at stores, like, it's very interesting. It kind of tells you what booze is popular, like, because it's not only the expensive stuff. It's definitely all the expensive stuff, but cognac is always locked up. And the Kylie Jenner, whichever Kim Kardashian sister, makes the terrible tequila that people keep giving me as a joke.
Oh, God, there's a Kylie tequila.
It's 818. We have our friend that we mentioned earlier, the one that gave you the grief about the bags, keeps bringing it to my parties. And
that's actually hilarious.
And I said, please, I just say, please stop doing this. It is so bad. Like, it's a problem. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. It sucks so bad. But that's behind there. I
like how you called it the liquor cage. Did you notice you said that?
It is kind of a cage.
I mean, you said a liquor cage.
It's our Stater Brothers. So it's like a lot of the tequilas, a lot of the there's high-end scotches, and the cognacs are locked up. They have. I never really did a deep look into the liquor cage at our local Stater Brothers. They have some wildly expensive stuff. They have a $200 like ceramic jug of tequila, and you can get Blue Label, which is $250.
Wow.
And I think that might be the most expensive thing in that Stater Brothers.
Yeah.
Is John Walker Blue Label.
What else would beat it? Yeah.
But the last time I did this, I sent somebody. I went to the front of the store. I said, I would like the cognac, please. And then they had to track down the guy with the key. And then they're like, which cognac, like which size? So I had to go with the guy. So all of my stuff's at the front, and everybody in line behind me is getting pissed off. They're not happy about me. And also they know who I am, and they're like, that fucking guy from the radio is like wasting all of our time like it's his fancy cognac like a dipshit.
Next time you get it first and then leave it at the front and then go buy all your groceries.
Maybe, yeah. But I don't want to wait in line twice also. What about my time?
But, they used to have like a customer service desk or like something.
Yeah, like the manager's desk kind of a thing.
Yeah, because that's where I went at Whole Foods to ask about the Casa Sanchez salsa. So it wasn't like I was wasting time or, bugging other people. I just went up and talked to them about it.
Yeah,
they need to have that. If you're going to have a cage, you need to have a cage keeper.
It's not my problem that the way that the society is run is bad. Please don't take it out on me. So, what would like?
Well, it's like the guy who makes the keys at Home Depot. You're like buzzing and waiting and buzzing and waiting and buzzing and waiting. Oh, I'm sure it was razor blades or something.
Okay.
Or Claritin,
Yeah.
But I think they even had the slip, so you just bring it up. So, nothing.
You're not making everybody wait for you while you get like, not that cigarettes. I like the American Spirit, the teal color. You got the gray. I want the one that's like kind of a bluish gray.
You've done that, and they had to go back and forth?
Not at a grocery store.
At a tobacconist.
At a tobacconist, yes. A cigarette shop.
Tobacconist.
About 3 weeks ago, I was in LA and I needed deodorant, and I went to CVS. And I pressed the button, and it said, but I must have pressed the wrong button because it was like, customer needs help in face cream or something like that. And then I was like waiting around. I was like, fuck, this is going to be forever. The guy was actually pretty quick. I got to give it to him. He was like, within 30
For
seconds.
deodorant.
Yeah. So then he was like, oh, you need face cream? I was like, no, I actually need deodorant over here. And he's like, yeah. And he unlocked it. And I grabbed it. And he's like, that's it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. And then that was it. So, yeah.
So is that because you were traveling and forgot your deodorant?
That's what happened.
Okay, because, like we were talking about buying in bulk, I always have at least one backup of everything.
Me too.
I have a backup of deodorant, I have a backup of toothpaste, I have a backup of whatever. Like I have a little drawer, it's all in there. And then when I use that one, I order another one, so then there's always a backup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Cheers, man.
Hell yeah.
What about you? See, I would never be all,
No,
I'm going to go to the store for my tube of toothpaste. It's like, no.
Absolutely.
Everything I buy is two.
I always buy everything one, because what if I don't like it? What if it stinks? I bought the stinky toothpaste this time.
You don't have brands you like? And
I don't trust any brands. They're always changing the formulas.
You change all your brands?
I don't change them, but I never would say, like, I'm going to, stock up on this thing. What if I get sick of it? What if it starts to give me a rash or something? And then I got to go to the rash cream store, and I hit the button for, rash guy. Send somebody to the rash section for this rash guy over here.
Are you high maintenance?
No, I'm pretty low maintenance, I think.
I'm just curious.
Yes. You could ask my partner next time you see her. You could totally ask her. So
I think he's pretty low maintenance, but I think that this is actually the cycle of it. It
sounds very.
He's I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm psychoanalyzing you right now. You and I'm also I have shared these qualities as well, for better or worse. You're a people pleaser, and what that means is you're very concerned about how your presence affects the people around you, which sometimes it can be very, very sweet, but sometimes I think can drive you a little bit up the wall.
You sound exactly like my therapist.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a kind of a final zone for us. Well, it's not a final zone. Let me ask you this, and I have a very genuine answer to this. But is there anything that you think should be locked?
It's
not locked up. Joke answers are fine. But I've got a genuine answer that I'm like.
That you really think should be locked.
What?
It's Stater Brothers, in our local Stater Brothers who has, for rural stores, has like a shockingly diverse like produce section. Like they've got like a lot of like things you wouldn't see at other grocery stores. In the last few years, I forget the name of the brand, but they are starting to sell like super hot peppers. Like you can buy ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers. I forget the brand name, but it's like they're on the high shelf of the produce section. But there should be a warning label. Those should be locked up. Like you should not be allowed to buy ghost peppers if you don't know what the fuck a ghost pepper is. Like I think that's gonna like. It's out of the reach of like young children, but I think that's like fucked some people up.
Yes, but if you're gonna buy a pepper like that, wouldn't you like take a little tip on your tongue before you stuff a whole pepper in your
Even
face?
if you do that, that could be quite dangerous. So
Really?
Ghost pepper, they're like
ghost peppers are brutal.
they were the hottest pepper in the world for a while.
So it's pretty brutal.
Yeah,
It's really bad.
Even if you just taste like the tip of it, or like even touching them, you're not like supposed to touch them without gloves.
Yeah, and then touch your eye.
And they just
I
sell.
think you should tell the manager that they need to lock up the ghost. Or I think that'd be
get a
hilarious.
pepper cage.
Every time I see them, I'm
That'd
like,
be so rad. What the fuck are you doing? They'd be all the crazy guy that thinks. I can't think of anything.
Nothing should be caged.
the peppers
should be caged.
The pepper should be caged.
I mean, I guess I understand why you would cage $250 tequila, but it's like, I don't even think the cigarettes should be caged. But
They bring back the cigarette vending machines.
Yeah.
now I've seen them a lot turned into art pieces. Like people will put art in there, so you put in $5 and you buy a little piece of art.
That. Yeah.
It's cool. It's cute.
It's the 21st century. It's 2025. We should have claw machines to get the vapes. So you just send the claw out and pick up the vape and bring it back to the hall. So
It probably exists somewhere. There's probably a vape claw machine.
Beth, you did. I don't know if we got to it, but you did promise us a body story about something that.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
It did have to do with the locked up sex stuff.
Okay.
Yes, but I do want to tell a grocery store. Can I tell a story?
Absolutely.
So, I sent you a picture of a painting I bought from a friend.
That's right.
Steve, and he's local. Oh, but this isn't really a local podcast, right?
Oh, but we're all local people. We all lived in this
I
community.
have to look for his. I brought his little postcard.
Give him a shout out.
I will give him a shout out. So his name is Steve Wybenga.
Oh, I'm familiar with his work.
Stephen Clay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful. So I went to his house and I saw that it was like a grocery store aisle, and I was like, oh my God, I need that. And it's called Looking for Mayo. That's the name of the painting.
Nice.
And it's really big. But the reason I liked it was that did you ever see Koyaanisqatsi, the movie?
Uh-huh.
I have not.
Do you know what it is?
I don't think I do, actually.
So I saw it when I was like 16 or 17.
Uh-huh.
And it's really slow. So it's moving through nature. It's a lot of...
There's no narrative. It's just
music.
images and music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really slow. So you're moving through sunrises and starry nights. And I can't believe my 16-year-old self made it through the whole movie. So anyway, but it starts moving faster and faster and faster. And then it gets into like civilization and freeways and freeways and freeways. And boom.
Yeah.
And by the time it's over, your brain's exploding. And it's more about the impact of the slow to fast.
Yeah. It's a really special experience when you watch it.
It's a moving thing.
Philip Glass did the music. I forget who directed it, but it's it's a really...
It's amazing. I highly... And there's I think I've seen the follow-up too, which is more people.
Yeah, I forget the name of that one, but I've seen that one too.
So I've always wanted to do a Koyaanisqatsi about grocery stores.
Oh.
But it would start out really slow, but it would just be going slowly down every because you go to how many, if you've shopped other than the United States or like Western countries, we have a cereal aisle. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
You go somewhere else and there's 2 or 3 kinds of cereal. It's not like this bombardment. And I thought it'd be really cool because you would go down slowly. But I was trying to think what would be the thing that would happen. And it's when people pick up something and then they put it back. Oh, I don't really want that. And so it's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So you're like, what? What is that? But if anyone wants to take that idea and run with it, I want someone to make that movie because I think that'd be really, really cool.
I think you could probably just, sneak into a Stater Brothers after hours and put that together.
And then go to the lock case.
What's a GoPro? Is that the one that you strap onto your head or whatever? You could just
just walk around the grocery store with a GoPro. So I was in a band called the Wasteheads, and we were zombies. And all of our songs were about zombie shit. So we took Chef Boyardee cans. Actually, I think I used corn or whatever was cheapest. And I made fake labels that said Chef Boyardee dead. And it was like a little zombie thing. And we took some to the grocery store and we put it with the spaghetti. And we put it with the Chef Boyardee stuff. Hoping that somebody would walk by and be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I like that.
Just kind of like stuck it in there.
Did you get any complaints? Did anybody recognize?
No, I mean, I don't even know who saw it. Or I mean, I don't know what happened. But it's sort of like guerrilla fun. It's like just doing something like to mess with someone's day.
Yeah, I love it.
Maybe someone tried to buy it. That would be my favorite thing.
And they brought it home. And
Maybe somebody gave it to their kid and the kid got scared.
And they opened it and it was corn. Why are these peas?
Do we have any final thoughts on stuff that's locked up at the grocery store?
Yeah. I want to say a couple of more things.
Please.
Is it one beer's worth of things?
No. No. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I'm kidding. I'm just really kidding.
So
I brought 3. I'm going to drink 3.
So 2021, 2022 was the height of the media freaking out over theft at all these COVID. Yeah. Everybody was obsessed with, and it connected to the Black Lives Matter movement, and it connected to these whole other narratives of like just the world and the cities are being destroyed, by hooligans, right? And obviously racial undertones and all that stuff. 2023, the Walgreens exec said, maybe we cried too much last year.
He said that?
Yeah. He on an earnings call, the company's rate of shrink merchandise lost to theft fell from 3.5% to about 2.5%. Basically, he said like, maybe. Like, basically, they purposely, to Jeff's, like, conspiracy point, they purposefully made a big deal about all this for a variety of reasons that had nothing to do with the actual theft. And then now they're just like, yeah, actually, that wasn't a real thing. So, anyway.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see how many, are people really shoplifting anymore? I don't know.
Yes.
So, I mean,
yes.
Honestly, I think people are still shoplifting a lot. I think people that I know are just, if I'm going to Walmart, I'm shoplifting. Like, that's just a given.
You're admitting that?
I said people I know, not me.
Oh. They do.
I'm not a shoplifter, and we'll probably do an episode all about shoplifting down the line. But like, I don't think I've ever shoplifted, but I know I assume that most of the people that I'm like if I'm at a store with somebody, I assume people are shoplifting. Mm-hmm. I assume that all of my friends are shoplifting.
I don't shoplift either.
I'm surprised that you don't. I'm sure people are surprised I don't. I'm surprised you don't.
I'm very moral. Like I think it's wrong.
Okay.
And unless it's a huge corporation that I hate, like I would never ever shoplift from a small locally owned.
Never ever.
I mean, that's like awful.
Yes.
But I did go to Walmart once and I bought some stuff, and then I noticed something that was still, like underneath, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't pay for that, and I had this weird little rush of like, ooh, I just stole that, and I didn't even know I did. But that I've never stolen anything on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, I think people are definitely shoplifting. I don't know if it's organized shoplifting rings of people stealing like bottles of Tide, like perhaps they want us to think about.
But even if it is, like, how much does it affect? Does it affect the company's bottom line to
overall
the point that they need to install all these cages and create all these systems and hire these security guards and all that kind of stuff?
I would love to hear the meeting about.
Right.
Was it Vaughn's?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we need to start locking, and then they're having a discussion about why.
It does feel like a fear thing. Like
no, but don't you think it'd be funny to be a fly on the wall for that meeting?
Yeah.
What about the gain? Oh no, the gain and all don't matter.
Not
it's just the tie.
Yeah.
Why?
Who cares if they steal Tide? Like, Tide comes from a big company. If you're stealing it from like a big company, if you're stealing it from a Walmart or like a Safeway, it's like, who's the victim in this?
Right.
Not people? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess like the hedge fund that owns Tide. So
it's strange.
I have one more thing.
Yeah.
So the idea of merchant of like the locked up cases leading to 10 to 25% reduction in sales. I tried to spend a lot of time finding where that came from, and it all led back to this one guy. And he is the chief executive of a company called Endyme, and they make the actual buttons where you call people. So you would think that he would be like wanting to promote those. So why would he be talking about them less sales, right?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's because they also developed a technology called the Freedom Case. And it allows shoppers to open the cases themselves using personal information such as their cell phone number or by scanning their face.
And it's called the Freedom Case. So it'll be like,
Yeah.
So that has some.
So he's just trying to sell you these fucking cases.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Then, like, okay, if I'm taking butt cream as the example, I'm in the butt cream section of the store and I hit the button for butt cream. Nobody's coming and they say, oh, butt cream customer, could we look at your face and put it in the database? And then you know that in 10 years there's going to be the leak that somebody's going to hack the data.
Oh, yeah. When you get big and famous, then it'll be like selling it to the Inquirer.
Not even me, whatever, but just like,
no, but if Danzig was buying butt cream. Yeah.
All the people buying butt cream.
Yeah.
But you could, like, if there's like that big leak, because everything always gets leaked. All this data gets leaked. All your social security numbers and your chats from your AOL days and, you know, your Blockbuster history, your Netflix history all gets leaked. It's going to be the photo book of everybody that bought butt cream at Walgreens.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's like, I don't want to be.
I buy that.
you would
so it's called the Freedom. I love how it's called the Freedom Case. So he probably invented the plastic thing and you're right. He's probably the only. How many companies provide that?
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
I can. If you enter your social security number and you have to sing "Happy Birthday" to the Walgreens CEO, and then they will open it up so you can buy your butt cream.
Your ATM password, your thumbprint, and whatever, and then you can get anything you want from the cage.
The freedom cage.
The cage.
Yeah, freedom cage.
This is how they're going to control us.
Oh man! And in 10 years, the butt cream Facebook.
That's all I got.
All right. Any more final thoughts, Beth?
No, that I just wanted to share my Koyaanisqatsi grocery
I like
store
that a
story.
lot, yeah.
I know. I think it'd be awesome.
I think I'm good. That's everything I wanted to get out. Adam, you're good?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Beth, if people loved you on this podcast and they want to find more of you, where can they do that?
What am I? At Beth Loudmouth Allen on Instagram.
And shout out your bands who are great.
That's because, Alien Probe, and the Hot Patooties. I feel like a walking advertisement. I didn't realize I brought both of these. It's kind of embarrassing. And hey, Budweiser, if you want to sponsor me, I would be really happy.
One of the fine beers that we make here in
Oh
US
gosh,
America.
they're all, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a real treat.
Yeah, that was fun.
For Adam and myself, Jeff, thank you so much for listening to Clean Up on Aisle podcast. We'll be back next week with a whole nother episode. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Every week? Yeah. You guys do this every week?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
I think that's awesome.